WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 5.
The looming pause in SNAP benefits is causing worry among those who use them, and advocates are working hard to help them prepare. It's our top story at 5. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jorma Duran. More than 8 million Michiganders use SNAP benefits to eat, but now those benefits are set to pause starting this Saturday as a result of the federal government shutdown. 6 News reporter Zach Prees is here for you now with how advocates are preparing people that'll be directly impacted and the latest reaction from local lawmakers.
Behind me, Mid-Michiganders are busy stocking up on fruits, veggies, and other groceries for the week. But in just 4 days, many Mid-Michiganders will have trouble affording some of the same groceries that they enjoy now.
Amid the federal government shutdown, the United States Department of Agriculture has instructed Michigan to pause distribution of SNAP benefit coupons for November. House Democrats say that'll leave roughly 1.4 million Michiganders who currently use SNAP benefits without them. Experts like activist Summer Foster warn the consequences will be dire.
Our children, they're people with disabilities, they're the elderly, and they are having a hard time making ends meet. They are having a hard time paying rent. They're having a hard time buying food as it is.
Foster says 60% of SNAP participants in Michigan include families with children, which is why she's helping people tighten their budget and spreading helpful tips to survive.
Food banks, faith houses, places like Forgotten Harvest, Gleaners, things like that. Looking at coupons, looking at places that are having sales.
Democratic State Rep Haley Stevens says both parties need to come together to get SNAP benefits back.
Food should not be a partisan thing. So the tools in the toolkit right now are available. Emergency reserve funds, other funds, finding ways to make sure that people aren't going to be disrupted.
Well, Republicans like Representative Tom Barrett says it's the Democrats at fault.
It's unfortunate that, while in the House of Representatives we passed a budget that would fund SNAP going forward, the Democrats in the Senate, a minority of Democrats in the Senate, have stood in the way of this policy just going forward.
If you rely on SNAP benefits, we have information about local food banks that may be able to help on the Scene on 6 section of our website at WLNS.com. Here for you in Lansing, Zach Prees, 6 News.
It's the 28th day of the current federal government shutdown, and not only is the threat of no federal food aid going out on November 1st, impacts to air travel are getting worse by the day. Torian Small is here for you now with the latest from Washington.
It is not just a government program, it is a lifeline.
SNAP recipient Maria Torres took part in a rally in Boston Tuesday. She's one of 42 million Americans in danger of losing federal food assistance November 1st because of the government shutdown.
Losing this benefit will not only affect my physical well-being, but also my ability to maintain a stable and productive life.
Air traffic controllers are also feeling the pain. They missed their first full paycheck Tuesday. Union members passed out leaflets urging an end to the stalemate as they wrestle with tough choices.
Having to decide, do I pay my mortgage? Do I put food on the table? Do I pay gas? Do I pay my electric bill?
And on Capitol Hill, the Senate failed for the 13th time to advance a funding bill that would reopen the government as Democrats hold out for extensions to health care subsidies.
We're trying to navigate a way out of this where we get the government back open, but at the same time, that people's health care doesn't go off a cliff.
Vice President J.D. Vance joined Senate Republicans for lunch at the Capitol. Afterwards, GOP lawmakers were asked about whether they will move forward with votes on measures to pay some federal workers or fund programs like SNAP during the shutdown.
I get the rationale. People think about, these issues in terms of, well, this one, let's do this one, or this one. But that's not the way to approach this.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune told reporters the right approach is to just reopen the government. Torian Small, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
A new survey shows the number of Americans feeling anxiety due to the current state of the world has grown. A new poll from the American Psychiatric Association finds 2/3 of adults surveyed are feeling anxious about the state of the world. 62% are worried about their safety and the safety of their families. CBS News chief medical correspondent Dr. John LaPook says he's seeing more anxiety cases among his patients and says while there is a lot going on in the world, it's important for people to have grace for themselves.
It's okay to create a little silo for you and your family and have some fun and peace in your family. I think that's something that almost people are relieved when I say, like, oh my gosh, I can have permission to do that.
The top issues the poll shows Americans are most anxious about include bills, health, and emerging technology. Members of Michigan State University's Black Student Alliance say they're not happy with the university, citing recent actions that restrict DEI language in student organization constitutions and eliminating direct funding to them and other identity-based organizations. Rachel Ramsey is here for you now live at the Hanna Administration Building. Rachel, what are these students demanding?
Well, Jorma, organizers are calling this event "We Will Not Be Erased." They say the BSA has no funding at all this year, and they're demanding answers from the university. Things just got started here at the Hanna Administration Building. Members are sharing their reaction to the recent changes to their program. The BSA president tells me they used to get $25,000 a year, which helped them hold community events every week. I'm told the explanation from the university for cutting funding was because of federal executive orders. Now, members say they will have to rely on the community for any sort of funding.
We're unable to do things to create that community for us and to create that safe space where we can find solace in all of the mess that comes with being Black at a PWI first.
Organization that has promoted community and growth. All of this happening as the university announced layoffs and cuts to programs, and they cite federal funding cuts as one of those reasons. We have reached out to the university for comment, but have not heard back yet. We will have more for you tonight on this event on 6 News at 11. Here for you live in East Lansing, Rachel Ramsey, 6 News.
Rachel, thank you very much. 6 News is once again hosting our Coats for the Community Drive. This event will take place all week long, and we encourage you, our viewers, to donate new or gently used coats. You can drop off coats right here at the station or at Child and Family Services, Shaheen Chevrolet or Cadillac, Two Men in a Truck, Carpet Studio, and participating Bariamas Cleaners. You can donate now through Halloween night.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
The big story in the weather world today has been Hurricane Melissa as it made landfall across Jamaica. We'll start there first, give you a quick update. Made landfall as a strong Category 5 hurricane. Winds now down to 145, back to Category 4 status. Not going to be a problem for the mainland U.S. Of course, it has been catastrophic across Jamaica, but it'll continue to make its way to the north and east. Still is a strong Category 4 and then weaken as it heads towards the North Atlantic. But the bottom line is it's not going to be a weather maker even for our southeastern states, which are usually more impacted by tropical weather, like the Carolinas, Georgia, Florida, states like that. So this will stay out to sea for us. Our high temperature trend here locally, temperature-wise, not bad out there today, mid to upper 50s. Gets a little colder this weekend, and there could be a few lake effect sprinkles around here and there. Next week, we're back in the 50s, which is a little bit above average because our daytime average is dropping like a rock this time of the year as we get less and less sunlight each day. Satellite and radar, beautiful out there today. Going to remain that way for a while, despite the fact we've got some pretty significant rain to our west. So we look at precision cast through tomorrow morning. Notice that rain sliding to the south with an area of low pressure. As it heads towards the east, it'll begin to make its way up the eastern seaboard. Now we've got to keep an eye on it. So things looking good through Wednesday evening, but Wednesday night clouds start to fill in from the east to the west, and at least portions of the state and or viewing area will have some rain out there on Thursday. How far west that rain makes it, we'll have to kind of wait and see, but certainly if you're living Howell or eastern sections, your chances of rain are much greater than, say, Marshall or Hastings or Ionia, Lansing area. We could see some showers, but hopefully the steadier rain will stay just to our east. Temperatures this afternoon, 56 in Mason, Charlotte, 57 degrees. It's a nice afternoon. On the Skyview Network, blue skies in St. John's, temperature at 57 degrees, humidity 47%. This afternoon on the Capitol Cam, same thing, blue skies and a pleasant temperature of 56. Little breezy, winds up to 16 sustained. Peak wind gust today was up to 29 miles per hour. Lots of fall foliage in Grand Ledge. Our sensor is being relocated this week, so we'll have it up later this week or this weekend, but nonetheless, it's in the 50s and it is beautiful. In Jackson, lots of sunshine. Temperature, that's sitting at 56 degrees. Breezy as well, winds 15, gusting up close to 30 miles per hour. Final stop in Hillsdale with lots of sunshine. Current temperature 54 degrees. Peak wind today up to 35 miles per hour. Forecast for tonight, temperatures will drop into the mid-30s as we see a little patchy frost here and there. Then into tomorrow, temperatures will climb back into the 50s for highs. The 6-day forecast, as we get closer to the weekend, Friday, 20% chance of a lake effect sprinkle, but I think rain showers will keep those out. It gets cold this weekend, highs in the 40s, better chance for showers by next Monday. Temperatures next week look pretty good. We'll have a little late week rain in the forecast once again. I'm crossing my fingers for the trick-or-treaters because it's good cold enough air to get a few lake effect rain showers, but the wind field just changing so much it doesn't look like a good setup to really get the lake effect cranked up.
I know we got a long way to go before it's Halloween. It's looking decent though.
Yeah, no, I mean, again,
it's like we can deal with it.
Yeah, right.
50, we've done through worse.
Even if we had a sprinkle, that's
yeah,
still not bad.
We can handle it.